Humber rolls out the blue carpet to officially open its new front door to the world. Refugees arriving in Finland are greeted by protesters hurling stones and gas bombs. Apple goes for the six-peat with its newest iPhone. It looks like Christmas lineups outside Apple stores worldwide.
Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Alex Martino, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. It was a historic day here at Humber College. The school threw open its new front door to welcome the community to the Learning Resource Commons. Our reporter Nicole Williams was there and has this report.
Open.
All eyes were on the new LRC building today. Guests filed in and were greeted on the blue carpet by the Humber Hawk. The building, 4 years in the making, serves as the gateway to offices, facilities, and classrooms.
The LRC building is Humber's largest construction project to date. It features a brand new entranceway, a new library for students, and for those with early morning classes, a Starbucks on your way in.
The atrium was bustling with art and music before VIP took to the podium.
So what I love about the building, it's much the same, but it has this sense of energy and vibrancy which is in the design, which brought to life what we wanted to see in the building. And with the open spaces, it's wonderful seeing all the students going about the building, taking advantage of the many services and supports, and having that opportunity to learn together, to engage, because we know that so much learning occurs outside of the classroom as well as it does inside the classroom.
Officials congratulated each other for completing the project on time and under its $79 million budget.
It goes without saying that school being here reminds me of how our government is focused on supporting an innovative, accessible, user-friendly experience for students in Ontario.
Humber President Chris Whitaker says the LRC is just the first of many projects to be completed at the North Campus. Nicole Williams, Humber News.
There are new developments today in the Syrian refugee crisis in Europe. Croatia is lifting its blockade on the Serbian border. The reopening of borders ends a week-long conflict on trade and cargo between the former rivals. At one such border crossing, many are waiting to enter, but few are getting through. Nearly 1,000 refugees between Serbia and Croatia are being funneled through the border by Croatian police. Police put up fences to try and control the number of people going through, forcing refugees to wait their turn. The long journey by the refugees made the wait unbearable. And as they make it further into Europe, not everyone has been welcoming. Refugees being bussed into a reception center in Finland were met with stones and fireworks overnight. More than 30 Finnish nationalists demonstrated by waving flags and shouting abuse at the refugee buses. The Finnish government says it condemns actions against refugees entering the country. To Washington now, where the president of China has arrived for his first official state visit to the U.S. President Xi Jinping was greeted by Vice President Joe Biden and escorted to the White House, where he met with President Obama for a 3-hour talk. The two superpowers are expected to reach agreements on the economy, climate change, and the ongoing fight against Ebola. Tonight, the Chinese president will attend a welcome ceremony before he ships out to New York for a series of summits marking the 70th anniversary of the founding of the UN. Pope Francis is already taking New York by storm. The Pope arrived in the Big Apple yesterday, shutting down streets and bringing out the full force of the NYPD. He addressed the United Nations this morning, praying for members and asking them to pray for him. The pontiff pleaded with the UN to make a climate change a top priority, saying any harm done to the environment is harm done to humanity. Pope Francis made another stop in New York City at Ground Zero in Lower Manhattan. He met with several families of first responders who died in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. To Seattle now, where 4 students are dead after a head-on collision between 2 buses on a city bridge. An amphibious tour bus and a charter bus carrying foreign college students crashed yesterday on the busy Aurora Bridge. Police say investigators are looking into a possible mechanical issue on the duck vehicle.
We were going to go head on. It's just a question of how bad it was going to be.
The fire department says the worst injuries happened to people on the tour bus. The mayor of Seattle says 51 people were treated at hospital, 15 of them in critical condition. The bridge has no median barrier and has been a concern for local and state officials in the past. Overseas, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake has rocked the north coast of Indonesia. The quake occurred less than 20 kilometers north of the country's eastern province of Papua. Early information shows that over 60 people have been injured. No tsunami warning has been issued. The country is still struggling to control over 1,500 forest fires further west across the Kalimantan province. Authorities say thick haze is making it impossible for helicopters to tackle the fires. Firefighters are now on foot, using branches to stop the flames. Here at home, the Canadian election is heating up after all 5 party leaders took the stage in last night's debate, this time in our other official language.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Hit against the oppressors here. And you should strike against the oppressors if you think that there is
Quebec's
oppression.
frontrunner NDP's Thomas Mulcair was the clear target, taking criticism from all candidates. Liberal leader Justin Trudeau remained restrained as he fired questions at Mulcair. Prime Minister Stephen Harper held back most of the night, while the Bloc's Gilles Duceppe struggled to get traction. The debate covered several hot election issues, from the wearing of the niqab at citizenship ceremonies to Quebec's sovereignty and bulk water exports. Back at home, people in Ontario are getting out their lucky charms. There's a record-breaking Lotto Max just waiting to be scooped up. Alex Drobin has the story.
Lotto Max is making history today with an estimated jackpot of $60 million. We're here at Max Convenience, and people are really feeling the buzz.
We are going to be the winners tonight. And not only that, we're going to share that money with all our friends and relatives, and part of it for charity.
Max owner Raj Nissan says that today she expects to see a lot more customers in her store than usual.
This is our busiest day of year, 60 million plus extra 25 extra million.
Lotto Max buyers have enormous plans for their potential winnings with a jackpot this big.
If I do win money, I'll donate some of it to the church. I wouldn't mind going to Newfoundland.
Pay off my parents' debt, pay off my debt, just so I can say I'm living debt-free, you know, and then we'll see from there, buy houses, donate money.
Good luck.
A jackpot like this does not come around very often. I have my ticket, and you should probably get yours. I'm Alex Drobin, Humber News.
You might need that lottery win to buy the latest toy from Apple. The iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are being released today, and fans are going to extreme lengths to get their hands, human or not, on the device. The phone is being released in 12 countries, prompting Apple lovers to line up for days. One of those people is Sydney, Australia resident Lucy Kelly, whose robot has been waiting in line since 5 o'clock Thursday morning.
My boss at work suggested I take one of the robots down and use it to stand in my place so I can carry on with everyday tasks.
Apple says the phones will feature improved cameras and 3D touch display technology. Analysts project 12 million iPhones will be sold this weekend, up from the 10 million they sold during opening week last year. Studies say cell phones are making us stupid, and nobody knows how to use punctuation anymore. It's the 11th anniversary of Punctuation Day, and our reporter Jessica Tedesco taps into the story.
Whether it's typing, texting, or sending out that daily tweet, how often do we remember to insert those lowly commas or confusing semicolons? Punctuation Day, a national holiday celebrating proper grammar, is a reminder to stop neglecting the little guys. But some are more enthusiastic about this national holiday than others.
Comma cushion.
Frank Jameson is the proud owner of the world's only punctuation pillows. As Writing Center coordinator at Humber College, he says all students should participate in the celebration.
So any chance to draw attention to these wonderful marks that go on to people's writings is welcome.
The day was originally found in elementary schools to get children excited about using proper punctuation. But with text talk and abbreviations part of our everyday lives, this national holiday benefits people of all ages.
It's really important, especially when professionally, going to a job, having everything on your resume with proper punctuation.
But some Humber students admit they haven't given it much thought.
Very least. I don't think I pay attention to it, to be honest.
They're used to writing in Twitter, for example, 140 characters. At some point, they learn that they have to pay more attention to punctuation than they have done.
Jameson says there's always new additions to get excited about. His current favorite? The interrobang, a cross between an exclamation mark and a question mark. Jessica Tedesco, Humber News.
Some dramatic new pictures of Pluto today. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft captured the images this summer, but has just downloaded them to Earth. This photo is a combination of 3 images using a blue, red, and near-infrared filter. Mountain ranges on the surface appear to be gray and blue. Scientists describe the planet as having a snakeskin-like texture. They say that they're not sure what causes the pattern, but some think plate tectonics or frozen gases being released have an impact on the surface. When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Katie Peterson will have your 3-day forecast.
Well, it is a bit cloudy right now, but I've got some great news for this afternoon. Your 3-day forecast will be coming up right after the break.
But first, we've got some amazing pictures of what the forest looks like to the animals that live there. Marshmallow Laser Feast has a new project that allows people to virtually experience how an animal perceives different landscapes in the forest.
Done, dudes. What a show! What a show! Unbelievable! Very clever. Amazing.
People were invited to the Grisdale Forest in northern England, where they were able to wear the virtual reality helmets and see the forest through the eyes of our furry friends. Talk about a squirrel's eye view.